Hi, my name is Christian Lewis, and I cover Thailand, Vietnam, Myanmar, and the Philippines for your Asia group here. Today I'm going to be talking about the Thai referendum on 7th of August. Well, I think that there are three reasons that the Thais voted for this constitution. The first one is fundamentally that many of them want to see a return to democracy faster. The quickest path to Thais being able to go back and vote in a general election is through this referendum. The alternative would have been that the military would have had to cancel this and, in all likelihood, redraft a new constitution, which would again have to get passed. So I think that even though the constitution might have been seen as imperfect, it was better than the alternative. The second reason, ultimately, is the fact that not everybody did vote for this. There was only 54% voter turnout. And many folks in the north in particular, who were traditionally supporters of Thaksin Shinawatra and the military-opposed Pheu Thai government or Pheu Thai party, were actually, didn't show up to vote. Then the third reason, of course, is that there was so much repression and misinformation, I think, in advance of the vote, which really kept people from turning out. They didn't feel safe, or alternatively, they just didn't really understand what a 350-page constitution was actually going to do for them. It's going to be difficult for the military to dramatically improve the economy in Thailand over the next couple of years. I think that they're still going to try and manage some of the local sort of political tensions and pressures that are on the military through short-term fiscal stimulus, and more problematic will be some of the long-term strategic economic thinking, like infrastructure development, which Thailand ultimately needs to deal with structural changes in the decline in Chinese demand. It's going to be difficult for this referendum and this constitution in particular to restore sort of long-term stable democracy to Thailand for a couple of reasons. I think one, this really isn't an all-inclusive social contract for the Thai people. This again, because low voter turnout at 54%, really means that part of the country still is going to feel disenfranchised and ultimately use the argument that they didn't really understand the vote or didn't have an opportunity, in a fair context to vote. They'll ultimately use that against the military government down the road. And so I think when we see general elections finally in late 2017 or 2018, there's a good chance that voters will feel disenfranchised, particularly again those who support Pheu Thai and from the north, and that they'll then look to civil society organizations like the United Front for Democracy Against Dictatorship, traditionally a Pheu Thai ally, to push back. They'll use it as a vent really for their frustrations and push back against military rule.